San Francisco, zero shoplifting arrests, hooray! But oh, look at this. The businesses are closing. Recently, Walgreens announced in San Francisco that they were closing down shop. Several of their locations going down. People entering the store will notice the fact that the shelves are barren. There's very little there. They aren't even bothering to restock, according to the article which I read. Why is this? Well, San Francisco might have zero shoplifting arrests, meaning that there's zero crime statistically in the area. Isn't that amazing? All of San Francisco's policies have done such wondrous things for their civilian population. Oh, wait. It's because San Fran decided that they would only enforce shoplifting laws over $900. Walgreens employees are told not even to bother to stop people from exiting that they know are shoplifting because they're worried about their safety, because it's perilous to do so. So what happens? People are now incentivized because there's no de-incentive to prevent them from going in, yanking everything off the shelf, and exiting. Now the business is leaving. They can't do business in San Francisco because of the laws of the progressive government. Are these laws well-intentioned? Sure, let's give them credit for that. The incentive, the heart of a progressive is bleeding and wonderful. Unfortunately, the results are anything but. Why would I open up a store in San Francisco when somebody can just come in and I can't enforce it? Even if I do refer them over to the police, they're just going to be released. The police aren't going to file any paperwork because the prosecutor isn't going to prosecute any crime that is under $900. So, what's to stop a criminal element, a criminal group, from specifically targeting stores, and the store owners have no ability to defend themselves lest they get in trouble with the law? It's the same thing in St. Louis, where if you arm yourself with a weapon and stand outside your house like the McCloskeys did after protesters broke down the gates to private residences and were already trespassing on the street, and they tell them that they can't do that lest they get in trouble when the prosecutor, the county attorney, Kim Gardner, is going out of her way to find anything that she can slap on to the McCloskeys. It's de-incentivizing law-abiding citizens, people that want to run a business, people that want to offer products to the locals, and they're shutting down. So what? Now Amazon's going to take everything over because they deliver, and they have a warehouse which they can enforce who goes in and who doesn't, and then they can deliver to the population as a whole. The same for Walmart, who has the ability, and yet all these other places in San Francisco are closing down. And guess what? That allows them to raise prices because they don't have the same competition. And if you do want a local store where you can go in, the prices are going to be sky high because you have to account for the shoplifting. So you see, when progressives don't take into account the human nature that we all have, that some people will allow themselves to delve into the easy way out and not hold on to the morals that bind our society together, that allow us to work. This just allows society to plummet downhill. And this is why San Francisco is just a place with shit in the streets, with tons and tons of homeless, with people just shooting up. There has to be some form of law and order. And the problem with progressive politics is that they don't take into account human nature. No, there have to be repercussions to breaking the law. There has to be de-incentive. Why do you think in Saudi Arabia nobody steals a thing? Because they chop off your hand if you do. You can leave your wallet out in an open car with a big sign saying open wallet. You won't be prosecuted and nobody's going to steal, even if they thought that they could get away with it, because it's so strictly enforced that it is within the Saudi mind that if I steal, I'm going to get in major trouble. Whereas in San Francisco, it is now openly permissible to go in and shoplift, and the more people do it, then you have the phenomenon of social proof, where if you see other people doing it, then that makes it okay for you to do it, and this just degrades society at a very rapid rate. So, San Francisco, California, you guys are getting what you deserve. That's why I left the state, and I ain't going back, because the people that are making policy and the voters that are voting them in are voting in with their bleeding hearts and tiny little minds versus what actually works. If you guys like this video, share it with a friend. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and have a blessed day. Peace and blessings.